Everyone thinks I stand up to drive. My race car has 7 differences than the average race car, and in this video, I'm gonna show you what they are.
Rico.
I know a lot of you are curious how my car is built because I see you guys looking in the cockpit at the races. I'm 4'4" tall, which means I'm a bit shorter and lighter than the average sprint car driver. A lot of you may think I have an advantage because I'm lighter and shorter on weight in the race car. The minimum weight rule to sprint car racing is 1,425 pounds. So we have to actually add weight to the car for me to meet that requirement. We bolt on somewhere around 15 pounds of lead to the race car to make sure we meet that minimum weight requirement. A lot of teams are actually trying to cut weight with the race cars. We don't have that issue. For example, a lot of teams run carbon fiber panels. We run fiberglass, so we have that weight in the car. Number 2 is the seat mounting position. The seat bolts to the A-frame and the seat bar. From day one, when I first started sprint car racing, Brent Kading and John Santamaro actually designed this in 2011, this cockpit for me. The A-frame is 6 inches forward from a standard race car. The halo, they added an extra halo, which actually strengthens the structure of the sprint car. And the seat bar where the butt of the seat mounts is 4 inches forward and about 2 inches taller. So I don't have to put a phone book in my seat and so I can see over the dash. Next up are these right here, my foot blocks. So every sprint car has a floor pan that the driver's feet rest on. With my shortness in legs, we have these 6-inch blocks that are bolted to the floor pan for my feet to rest on. In case you didn't know, a sprint car brake and throttle pedal work differently. A brake pedal is pushed forward and back, and a throttle pedal is pushed up and down. Now that the floor is essentially raised in my car, we had to make sure we had the leverage in the brake pedal. So we raised and made a custom mount on the master cylinder, and this is all original from Brent Kading and John Santamaro's design. The biggest thing was the focus on the leverage in the brake pedal, so everything basically just got raised up 6 inches with the floor for me to reach the pedals, and we still had the leverage in the brake pedal as standard. If we had shortened the brake pedal and left the master cylinder in standard location, the brake pedal just would have been a lot harder for me to push and not worked properly. Because we raised the master cylinder and the brake pedal now fits behind the steering box. So that made us have to move the steering box backwards 3/4 of an inch. Number 6 is the Pitman Arm Length. The Pitman Arm is connected to the steering box splines, which controls the steering of the car. A shorter Pitman Arm slows the steering down. A longer Pitman Arm speeds the steering up. With my car, I like running a longer Pitman Arm because it speeds the steering up. It makes the steering more sensitive, which means I don't have to react as much when I turn the wheels in the race car. Lastly is my steering wheel. Davy Jones made this steering wheel for me in 2011 at the Chili Bowl. Well, he invented it. I ran the same steering wheel for 14 years straight. We put new bolts in it and a new hub on it every year. So it's obviously bent for me to reach why I'm oversteering in the race car. So when I get into a position where the car gets really loose or I understeer and then oversteer, I run with my shortness in arms. My reach is really short, so I have to make sure that I still can grip the steering wheel. Anyone that ever asks me, I say it's just from crashing all the time. But this wheel is my baby. We have a couple of them, but I tend to use the same one because it's the dished one I enjoy the most. And It's just easier for me to reach when I get loose in the race car. And when I extend out, the wheel gets closer to me. It might seem odd to a lot of people that my steering wheel is bent, but it's very normal to me. With my box in movement and reach of my arms, my wheel becomes really sensitive in the cockpit, so it has to be in the perfect spot for me to race. When I'm idling around, the steering wheel is in a different position than when I'm racing, as the car fights the stagger and the car raises up and everything, and my steering wheel position changes throughout the race. So it's very important that my wheel is in a position where my hands are comfortable for me if I get loose or tight in the race car and have to adjust my hands while I'm racing. This is very standard to me, but it might not be standard to everybody else. And it's just a unique way that allows me to drive these race cars comfortably and still have strong grip. One thing I've really noticed in the early stages of my career is that I wasn't able to necessarily reach the steering wheel when I was really crossed up in the car, and my arm would get tired because I'm reaching the whole time and I can't grip when I'm in full extension reach for a long period of time. So the 30-lap races, I'd get tired at the end of the race. And now that my steering wheel is in a great spot, I don't necessarily get tired anymore when I'm reaching all the way crossed up in the car. There you go, guys. Those are the 7 differences of my race car. If you like watching this content, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget, check out shoprico.com. We got some cool stuff on there. And now that you're done watching this video, watch this one. A-frame and butt bar were all the same? Yeah. What was the 7th? Steering box, Pitman Arm, master cylinder, foot box, butt bar and halo, weights. Oh, and steering wheel. That's 7. Yeah, steering wheel, 7.